disrupt that with the Chaos Storm.
Well, there is Faker and his Galio pick along with the rest of SK Telecom T1 facing off against MVP. So get out there on social media, hashtag KeSPA Cup, let everyone know what you're watching. Of course, hashtag SKT win or MVP win to show your support for our teams here today.
And the flames get higher.
Being constantly shoved underneath the tower. This is something that usually only Talia or Azir did, and
Teleport coming down. Wolf actually going around behind that Tempered Fate. Now he's going to be caught out in the middle of almost the entire MVP squad. That's the first kill on the board for MVP, but the equalizer coming down from Prophet beyond trying to wait at this bottom lane gank again. The Tempered Fate really puts Wolf in a rough spot.
Yeah, so you can see that Faker's actually recalling, and I think the Chaos Storm was called down on him on the mini-map, and when Wolf goes down and without Faker to really come here and help, the fight basically just ends for SK Telecom. Ed able to knock Prophet away a little bit.
Rumble's mech was not built for that. His own jungle, but now trying to find something. Bengi getting locked up against the wall. There's the Tempered Fate. Chaos Storm right on top of it. Here comes the curtain call, but Faker's blocking it out. In the end, it's Beyond able to take out his opposing jungler. Faker trying to get out as well, avoiding that deadly flourish, and SK finding little leads. They're going to have the first dragon. They're going to look to pick up the first turret here as well, but Bang might have overcommitted.
Oh my, Wolf's flash!
That's insane. And he is able to block pretty much everything from getting onto Bang, who will turn around, throw an arrow, but it will be repelled away from. In the end, it's actually going to be Wolf that does fall. Can they chase on for more? Ed going deep. There's going to be that, deadly flourish. They'll catch one. There's going to be another double knock-up, and Ed's just doing the utmost. Max coming around the corner. Bengi trying to run for his life. He's sticking down. There's the laser from Ian to crush him, to take a 3 half the map. But now you can actually see Ed running forward. Arrow hits onto Max. He's immediately going to QSS his way out of that and get back to a good position. Ed very tanky, but he's actually going to try to knock somebody away. Doesn't get it. Now he's beset by Bengi over the wall. There's a gravity field in the back lines, but it's not really going to lock anyone up just yet. And SKT push MVP back. MVP do so without Ian is so much more dangerous. Keeping an eye on there. Lots of CC on a Faker. He will get locked up. Does still have that idle Duran if he wants to turn it on. There's the Chaos Storm and putting out the damage. Trying to push SKT back. Look at that bulwark just heal him back up. I'm pretty sure he finished that fight.
Over to SK Telecom, and this is a very unfortunate turn of events for MVP as SKT making use of their ability to pick people off, and MVP need to be together. They can't ever actually win 4v4s or 4v5s, 3v3s, etc. They need straight-on 5v5s. They're
way too tanky for MVP to deal with, really, at this point. Although barely catching Bang there with a Tempered Fate. And here comes Ed to really knock that SKT carry away. Will we be able to see anybody go down? Faker actually dropping the idol, catching multiple members of MVP and totally turning the fight around. Ed goes in, but he's going to go down. Faker flashing out immediately to stay alive. Prophet taking up that turret. He's going to stay alive just barely at the end with Azanya's Hourglass. SK Telecom in the end lose their carry, but take out 3 from MVP and push into their base.
Yeah, and oh, beautiful teleport by Faker right there to lock up that turret, and it's going to enable them to push on. Not that it would have been needed to capture the inhibitor, but definitely helps them nonetheless speed that process up, and now they're moving towards mid lane, and Faker's just going to take the turret.
What's the turret? Hey, did turrets deal damage, LS?
Apparently not.
No, yeah, probably. There we go. Faker back up to full health.
If you're looking at SK Telecom and how they're itemizing, you would actually think that Leandri's Torment would probably be not that bad of an item.
Faker going to get it locked up along with Bang. Can Max land at the Cosmic Binding he needs? He does lock up Faker. There's the curtain call towards the back line. Faker actually taking a lot of help, but there's going to be the Mikhail to keep him back alive even further. Chaos Storm in the back line actually chunked Bang way out, but Beyond barely surviving will keep everyone alive on both sides. And now Maha trying to put the damage out. Faker getting locked up again, but he just doesn't care. Nothing can kill this unstoppable Galio, and Faker tanking everything MVP has to throw at him.
Yeah, and that's going to be the second inhibitor of the game falling for SK Telecom, and that thing just does not die.
And King here, I don't think he's going to go for that quite yet, but we'll see. Faker getting a little bit. Okay, I say he's like, okay, he's taking the turret. Where's the damage there? And when turrets really don't mean anything, that Ohmwrecker guy gets a little bit sadder.
Yep.
All you need is a Galio to take it up. I don't even know how this is.
That champion just doesn't take damage.
This reminds me of, what is it, Earth Mode Galio, where you just play Galio, never die ever. Well, that's what Faker has obviously been practicing his fair share of. Then going to get locked up there. Here comes Ed trying to knock somebody out of the fight. Faker does start taking a little bit too much damage, but he's just unkillable. Ian in the front lines actually will pop as the second casualty there for MVP, who just have no health bars to continue fighting that fight, and Faker survives through it all.
Yeah, and I wonder if this will be the end of the game. Double teleport coming in from SK Telecom.
Oh my god! I'm not sure that's what you wanted to do. Wolf does die because of it, but Faker teleporting back in to try out his invulnerability again.
Let's see him tank the fountain.
All right, he's going for it. Fortunately, true damage does not quite work on that. I'm just watching Faker heal up as the Nexus has the opposite effect. It will fall, and in the end, it is an 11-9 victory for SK Telecom over MVP.
Yeah, and that was a very interesting pick, and I feel like SK Telecom really surprising MVP, and MVP did not know how to respond to that.
Wolf wants a little credit for miraculously living and, of course, saving quite a few lives, potentially even Faker's a couple of times. And, of course, you can see what is, for Faker, an extremely large smile on his face after having an incredibly successful